innocent eye, innocent eye.
We sip tea and per tea, on stream, not edited, straight off the dome. And we sip tea at the heels out, get lit at the motherfucking heels out. Sip tea and hear more about it at the DK motherfucking heels out. Yeah. Hey, what's up, my pretties? What's up, my lovelies? How you doing? How you feeling? Now that I know you're doing pretty lovely, let's get into this pretty on me. As you can see, Ariane Curry finally has a video on her mother freaking channel. If you don't know, then the hashtag for the channel is Ariane Curry 27 is the hashtag or whatever, and it's all together. Finally has people on her channel. I am subscribed, y'all. I be subscribing on my other account, not on this account. Like, I'm not subscribed to nobody on my DK His House. I'm watching on DK His House, which I probably shouldn't, but y'all, whatever. So, first of all, I've watched the video. It says Ariane Curry and Martel discuss Marcel Scott allegations, which is Scott gay allegations. Wait, what? Okay, so they put that on there. Wow. Okay, I must have missed that part. But I did watch the video all the way through. I'm just reacting it now with you. Because I don't react to stuff if it's lame. Like, be for real. So sometimes I do have to skim it before time. And if it's good enough, I'll be like, okay. So, yeah. And I'm basically here to give you my honest opinion. I believe to do a reaction is really my honest opinion on the whole situation. First of all, I like how they came in. So if you have not seen the video all the way through, go to Ariane Curry's channel, subscribe. Don't be a hater because you watching, so you want to see it. Okay, and you can get to see the whole situation. I'm not gonna watch the video all the way through, so but we're about to get into some things, okay? And yeah, so if you want to watch the whole video all the way through, you got to go to her page because I only have about 25 minutes or so, and I'm gonna react to this video, and then I'm out this piece. I don't have all day, so sorry, not sorry. So I'm gonna pick a random spot to start at, and we're gonna get started, and you're gonna hear my reaction for that little 10-minute clip or a little piece or whatever I decide to watch. I may skip around. So like I said, if you want to watch it all the way through, please, 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 please go to Ariane Curry's channel or wherever you decide to watch it, because people have been responding to this clip. I thought that it would get more views, honestly, but I'm guessing the people who are reacting to it to get more views than the actual video, which is the crazy part, because if you really that invested, you really that interested, go and see the girl. But it's people, Ariane Curry and Martel have been getting hate for so long, so I'm not really surprised, okay? And I'm glad that they are overcoming, you know. And I had to respond to it because I responded to it back in the day, okay? So I got to respond to it now. Okay, so first of all, Ariane Curry looks really, really nice. Martel looks really, really nice. But it makes sense because that's, you know, I feel like Melody gets it for somewhere because Melody always seems to make sure she pops out in nice stuff. Ariane be more chill. So I guess like their dynamic together, they want to create their own brand, their own look. And I'm loving the podcast. I don't know if the podcasts are only going to be about other women, and I don't know what it's gonna be about, but it looks like they're really invested in doing a real podcast, and I like the setting. I think it's simple but cute, perfect. You know, they got a little adult beverage there for people who want it. It's supposed to be Martel's wine. And first of all, let's speak about the woman. It looks like I've seen her for somewhere before. Is that crazy? but I know I haven't because she's not in Atlanta. Wait, I mean she's not. She is in Atlanta, and I don't live in Atlanta. That's what I meant to say. But it's so crazy because it looks like she's been on a reality show before. Am I tripping? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, cause I know I ain't really had no reason to have seen her, but maybe she just got one of them faces. She looks very familiar. Um, and to me, Ariel Curry is calling people this size linebackers, and that's crazy because when I thought she said linebackers, she even called Letitia a linebacker in one of the pieces of the clip. And Letitia's not a linebacker to me at all. Letitia's like a normal woman size, like a good woman size. Ariana Curry is a woman size. So linebacker to me is like a biggie, or meatball, or I can what's that girl name? Like I think that's all. Like linebackers to me is like big people, but I guess linebackers aren't fat. So I guess that's what she was saying, but that's crazy because that's way I guess I'd be considered a linebacker. Forget you, Ariane. Forget you for that. But anyway, I'm proud of who I am. Linebacker. I will knock somebody. I will lineback somebody else if they try me. So anyway, maybe that's a little hate. Maybe Ariane ain't that tight. And probably can't, because she's so tiny. But anyway, let's get into the video because I know that what y'all came to see, and it really ain't me. Okay, they laughing. Let's see what they laughing about.
Oh Lord, I understand.
Oh, I want to know how they figured it out.
Okay.
Was the big table? The chairs?
We never did it on the table. That would have been good.
Damn.
That would have been good. Because that table was pretty big.
Yeah. So we up on the floor with some
Y'all was on the floor.
Okay, I don't want to hear all that, but basically they was in the process of talking about how she got down at Martel's place or whatever. One of his at a certain place that wasn't a hotel, it was a certain business that he was a part of or his family was a part of. And Ariane Curry was talking about how she don't really like the chairs and how Martel them like the chairs and that stuff be uncomfortable. And but she went into some more details that I didn't want to hear.
You said
Chalk up
fast?
to the fact that my coochie was good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's what's up.
It'd be like.
Okay, it wasn't that good if he didn't wife you, but okay.
But he was married. Did he have a ring on?
I don't remember him having a ring on.
Okay.
But the way he was moving,
Okay, I know who she remind me of, and it's not nobody that. Yeah, it's somebody that's so influential.
Know that it was another significant other. Because he been with. How long he been with Tisha Martel?
What, about 16 years?
16, 17 years?
He would never take me anywhere other than that building. So,
Dang,
obviously,
Martel.
he had something going on. So, and then with him feeling like I got this business building, why would I get a room?
Okay, before I chimed in, they was laughing about the fact because I did see it. Martel said because she was. Hold on, because I think we're about to talk about something important. She was telling Martel, why did you stop bringing me around the guys? Because at one point you did stop bringing me around the guys. I was around everybody at one point. Because at this trip she was not at. He was at a casino with this girl and some other people in Las Vegas supposedly. Wait, no. They was meeting up at that building first. But then later on they take a trip without Ariane or Melody, and she asked him like, what would he say? They're gonna talk about that after this, I think. But basically she was saying, why did you stop bringing me around? He was basically like, because it was getting serious, because I started falling in love. Okay, y'all, there you go. I knew that he had love for Ariane because be freaking for real. Now, most dudes will leave, hit it, and quit it. If a dude coming back years and years, baby, that ain't no just like. All I'm saying is, well, it could be like, it could definitely be like, but it ain't no he didn't quit it. That's why I can't really say she she kind of is a side piece, but then too, I'm not gonna get into that today. So she also goes on to say, she can't believe that the woman just settled for trips. I mean, settled for going to a building opposed to a room, a bed. There was no bed involved, but they still did their things allegedly, which is Marcel Scott, which is Tissa's husband, allegedly is the one that's supposed to have been the one that she was coming to meet up with. But she met him in Alabama. They didn't really get to detail when they met, but she said they met in Alabama, but she was in Atlanta, and when he would come to Atlanta, he would like call her up and say, "What's up?" So, y'all remember them Atlanta trips? Weren't they kind of recent? Ooh, hold on.
Pump.
Yeah, have a good time. That was
Majority
the
of the time, Maurice would be there. Actually,
So did you see Maurice with another woman? Or was he there?
Well, let me ask you this. Hold up. Wait a minute. So you mentioned a couple times Maurice being there. So did you and Maurice and you and Marcel do something there?
We didn't do nothing then at the time. But with it being Maurice's building, I feel like Maurice was his lie, his alibi.
Oh.
Cause
okay,
he couldn't
that's
do
what
that.
brothers.
Yeah, he couldn't do that without Maurice. Maurice is always there.
Okay.
But Maurice wasn't necessarily there with the woman. Okay, that you seen.
He did meet a friend.
Right, you did tell us that.
We would hang out. Nah, like it would just be me, him, and Maurice. Maurice just be like chilling out in the front. I don't know. So I think there was a lot of that gathered. Yeah.
So they were basically saying that Maurice was he was like the building owner, but he would be there when Marcel would bring women to his establishment to talk to other women, knowing he was married. And the crazy part is, I think at this time Maurice was talking to Kimmy, so it seemed like he was trying to be somewhat faithful to her. Kudos to her. Him, because allegedly he wasn't being faithful when he met Kimmy. She was the other woman, allegedly. That's what they was saying. But I believe now I think they said something about Marcel has some situations going on now and all that, but I don't know, it's crazy because I have a speculation on that I won't get into because and I don't want it, y'all. It's a little. Anyway, so let's keep going.
Okay.
Like we together, we doing some business. Type
Okay.
Shit,
That's what men do, though. That's what we do.
You gonna lie to each
Stop.
other.
Oh, my bad.
So-
you gonna edit that part out?
No, we not. We gonna keep it all. We not editing nothing out, Martel.
So as you see, this video gets raw and uncut. So if you haven't seen it all the way through, you might want to do it because it drops some bombs.
That's what men do.
That's what men do.
So men do what you mean, like
And that's disgusting. Men, that's disgusting. Y'all some dogs for real. Like, get some decorum. Y'all just be slinging that thing all the way around. Don't care who it land on. Be for real.
elaborate a little bit. Tell us. That's what men do.
Well, I think a person who's cheating, they always got to have.
And on this video, you can tell that Arrione is not no pick me. You can definitely tell that, and she definitely stands up for herself, and Martel respects her, and she demands respect from Martel. So that's why I don't get the analogy that she just get ran through. Martel was interested. Let's be for real. Especially when she goes into why he was interested, saying that he used to take trips.
An alibi.
An alibi. They gotta like if you got a brother, if you got a friend.
So what was your alibi with us? Like what was it? What when we were dealing with each other back then, what was your alibi? What did you used to say?
I'm with Maurice. With Marcel. I'm with.
And that's crazy, like the alibi situation. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to lie, like, first of all, don't be the female who got to ask all the questions. If you got to ask all the questions, baby, it's the reason you asking. So don't be that girl and still stay. Let's be for real. If you don't want to know if you're going to stay, just stop asking the motherfucking questions, period. Because at the end of the day, I don't condone cheating, but I'm a woman who's aware that some men have trouble controlling their urges. That's all I'm saying. And it's sad, it's disgusting. So I would say pray for that man that he can get some help. Because some men, I don't know. At this point, I'm like, can you help yourself? Get some corn.
With
It makes sense.
with my other guys.
That's what they did to each other.
Yeah, all right. We looked out
And you did go home, right?
Oh.
You went home every night.
every night.
Every
and
night.
I'm very.
And I was not trying to keep you. That's it is what it is. Okay. So how many times?
So she was basically saying that she was not trying to be kept. Like, she was like, if you got a husband, like, we just messing around. So it led into a messing around situation. She getting her rocks off, he getting his rocks off too. Now there's getting feelings involved. And which when I clipped in when they was laughing, and she was like, it's not about us, Martel. Because he said he started getting serious. If y'all want to hear that, y'all gotta go watch from the video before 6 so minutes or whatever.
Did you probably do you think you seen Marcel? Because you lived in Birmingham, so you came here, right?
This went on for about a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't long. It was but it was long.
Right.
I like him to
So
man.
your mind, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I actually wanted him to be my man.
You did.
See, that's what I'm saying. Some Jews. Now I don't know. Like, yeah, I get a man. Cause she said she did kind of speculate the man was married because how you were moving. Cause I would definitely speculate a man being married if he only taking me to a office building. You know what I'm saying? A place of business to get it on. Like, that's crazy. But she said she was having the feelings for him. I'm trying to figure out what was he doing to get those feelings. She said he wasn't smooth, but obviously he was smooth enough to bang you in a building and then you want to be in a relationship with him. So she said he wasn't a smooth talker, but he had a mouth. To me, having a mouth is being a smooth talker, because that's all you really need. Because that's what men do. I love you, baby. You the best one for me, baby. And then they get you and it's,
How long did it take for you to realize that he was married? How long did it take for you to
Because
realize?
he was moving weird, but see, y'all was at credit once, so you knew that
So
about
how long did it take
quick,
for
girl,
you
because y'all
to
wasn't at
realize-
Connors.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
dumb.
Hold on, let me ask that question.
I'm not dumb.
Hold on, let me ask.
Right.
So how long did it take for you to realize that Marcel was married?
I'm not dumb. I realized it kind of like off the bat because everything he did was just so secretive. Like,
Okay.
he wasn't trying to do nothing that was gonna charge his card or.
Oh, you
nothing.
paid attention to all of that.
Yeah, I don't.
As a woman.
Like,
okay.
he literally just did. He made sure that it was not gonna
Be traceable.
be traced to him. If he did
Martel, what you trying to know that for? Let me stop.
do something for me,
Yeah.
it had to come from somebody else. Whether it was money or I live in Birmingham, so he had to pay for me.
Women be knowing, Martel. Just stop the cap. Women be knowing. They know I gotta do this, I gotta do that, so she won't find out, baby. Women gonna find out. Women gonna know. We'll just look. You'll just give us this look, and baby, we'll know. You can just smell a certain way, baby. We gonna know. You gonna just say one little ink. So don't even try to be like, oh, that's how she found out, baby. Because baby, we gonna find out regardless. Some women have dreams about it. So hey, don't play with us. That's why women need to help me, because we can find out stuff before you can find out stuff a lot of times. It just is what it is. So don't be like, oh, my wife never knew. Baby, we probably knew before you knew, and we just didn't say nothing. Period.
You come and visit. It had to come from somebody.
So-
You wasn't finna pay for it.
Yeah.
So he would, like, somebody else would be sending you money or.
So don't be having motherfucking class, Martel, and do right. Get your life together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do something like that.
Oh,
Or,
he acted-
And that's what married men do, because Marcel, remember that time I needed my car fixed? And I feel like Marcel sent the money. Marcel sent the money
And he
that
acted
you
as if That
sent.
was the first time he ever witnessed anything like that happening, but apparently he's been doing it for quite some time.
Yeah.
Dang. And apparently it was a word around the town that she said she needed her car fixed. Word around the town that he had bought her a car, a Beamer, just like Melody had or whatever, which is crazy. Because not only is he buying cars, taking her on trips, because there's a part in there where she like, look, we me and Martel, we were taking trips. So that's how we was actually dating. He said, yeah, we were dating. So composed to just going to a building, they weren't doing that. So come on now, it ain't no just situation you buying somebody cars, getting them fixed, going to see him all the time and going out of town with him, and you're just let me stop.
Oh,
But it's just what we do.
right,
Well, y'all
right.
got-
Because
y'all
Marcel
got-
definitely,
You
whatever it
almost
was.
gonna say to your single friend, or
Well,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that like they would.
I don't know the connection. Yeah.
I didn't know that they would still send you money through other people. I thought like they were smart enough to do it where they could send it through themselves. Because if somebody send me money through somebody else, that's an automatic red flag. Like, why would you do that? Like, something's going on here. Something's not right here. You got somebody. Like, why would you do that?
He didn't want no paper trail for his wife Tisha to go back and be able to
Right.
look and see. Because I remember
He
that.
ain't down.
Okay.
He used to that. He used to.
So, okay, what made you wanting to continue to deal with him even if you felt like he had somebody else or he was married? Like, what was it that you felt like, I'm gonna keep fucking with
It
him?
was a thrill. On top of that too, I move off the fact that what you got going on with your spouse ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
You supposed to be responsible and
Because you took those vows and at a point in time in my life, I thought like that too, and then I kind of grew up.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. So with me as a woman, call me crazy as a woman, especially a single woman who ain't got no kids. I live my life, and you don't owe me no respect, like, but you owe your wife respect. And if you disrespect her, that's not my problem. And
I can relate to that because the crazy thing is I've dealt with a situation where I've said that I've talked to a married man before, because I never really believed in the substitute of marriage like that, because I've seen so many people cheat, and I've been married. So, but and I don't even know if my people cheated on me or none of that. It wasn't even that. It was just the fact that men are just weird sometimes. But anyway, so she was like, they don't got nothing to do with me. And the situation I did do that, I had dated the man prior to him getting married, and it was just a whole situation. But it probably shouldn't happen. And I was trying to get him to like stop playing on his wife, which was actually, and so he ended up leaving, but I ended up leaving. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing serious in my book anyway. It was just something to do. So my deal was I wanted what I wanted, and this man was trying to give it to me at the time. The other woman had nothing to do with me, because I felt like, yeah, like you said, that was their business. That had nothing to do with me. I wasn't trying to put in her face, say this and that, even though somehow women find out. And I think because I was talking to other people, it kind of came back. But she never confronted me. But it was like a weird situation to where, yeah, but like I feel like she knew. But she still started talking to him after they was divorced or whatever anyway. So they was, because they had a relationship, they was cool. Like me and him, like I said, we had been knowing each other for years, before or whatever. But at the same time, it was like the stuff he was saying about his wife that he was with, I just felt like bad for her. And I was trying to help her, but never did I go into her face and be like, do this, and this, and that. And then I did another situation where I knew somebody who, for a long time, and it just happened they had got with somebody, and it was just a situation that I didn't care. If he would have talked to me, we would have talked to me. I wasn't caring about the other person. So I get it. It's like your needs got to be met at that time, and then the man needs to be responsible to be like, stop. So men, you are in control of that. This woman don't own no loyalty to you, your family, what you got going on. So if you want to keep it, maintain it, then do that. If not, they're gonna assume that you don't care that much. Regardless if you do or not, they're gonna assume that because you with me. You're not with your wife. You're talking bad at your wife, like talking your wife like a dog. So you must don't want to be there. So, but a lot of time I think men look at marriages as businesses anyway. So if women start looking at marriage in the same way, they will not be as hurt. And I feel like even with Jada and Will, that's how they looked at their marriage, as a business situation. And to be honest, when you get the government involved in it, it really is legally like a business situation. That's really all it is. And I feel like that's how a lot of marriages aren't be successful unless you truly fall in love, then it can be real. But if you just out here marrying somebody because that's the first person who came along that was somewhat decent, then it gets tricky. But why am I gonna stop and you showing me a good time, but you dogging your wife? You know what I'm saying? At the same time, like, I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? We don't go out for dinner date. So why am I gonna be like, oh no, you know? Because at this time, like, I'm a woman. I have needs too. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm dragging your hand and be like, come here. Every time I talk to somebody, uh, especially after period time, it was like I was talked to first. Period. Besides the last situation, he talked to me first, but then we had lost contact, and I had reached back out. But the same, so it's kind of different because by that time other things had happened, which was the marriage had happened after that. So I ended up leaving it alone because it was not going anywhere. But that was also me being spiteful. So anyway, but I mean, I did, was feeling the guy, but I was also being spiteful because I didn't like his baby mama. Okay, so at the end, so of course I don't owe her no motherfucking loyalty to this day. Like, I've kind of moved on because I don't want no parts neither one of them. But cause it's funny to me. But anyway, so here I think Ariane was like, well, we went on trips, Martel, and Martel was like he was about to deny it, but he's like, yeah, we did go on trips.
Don't
So
shit.
have you ever brought a woman to credit one, Martel?
No.
You've never brought a woman to credit one?
No, never.
Okay.
Yeah, never. No. And I think the only one I've ever brought around the Scots was you.
Stop before they be on the podcast or a receipt next. Talking about
No.
got
they can't.
do sitting there.
They can't unless they go lie.
And you stop bringing me around them. I don't know what the dynamic changed or whatever, but you stop bringing me around
I
them.
mean, you got a little too serious.
Oh, okay. We was doing a little too much.
That's all that was. Enough of us.
Enough of us, Martel. We're not here for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the Vegas trip. Let's talk about Vegas.
Okay, so there you go. Not only did he said he started falling in love, which was years ago. They also said they've been messing around him and her and Martel for 10 years. Not only that, she said they used to take trips together. They used to date. He even acknowledged that. Then the woman over here to the right, she even said that she banged Marceau and brother the same night. So it was a lot going on in the video. I'm sorry. It's not funny. Okay, so y'all probably ready to hear my opinions of it because that's what we are. Because I'm not supposed to finish watching no more because, like I said, I already watched it. So I'm just letting you know the clip that I saw. This is just the surface level because it definitely gets more juicier, more interesting. Because as you can see, they held no holds bars. And it was one point that Ariane was like, hush Martel, hush Martel. And I was like, why would she say it to a man? Don't be trying to put your man in place, especially in public, in front of everybody. But she was saying it like in a playful way. That's what she does, like hush Martel, like, because she was like, don't tell him that, like, don't tell him we was in love, don't tell him we, hush, like that. So if you watching the video and you hear her saying hush to him, it's not like she's trying to degrade him, because I wasn't respecting that, because I don't feel like Martel would be the woman who would degrade him. But she was more like hush, like don't speak on that. So if you hear her saying hush Martel, that's what that is. But it was definitely given like she was trying to control him. But that's what it was. As you get into the video more, you will see that that's not the case. So the situation is, she even goes on to say how Letitia has known about this. She's and aware. And my deal is, if Tisha was, I can respect it. I'm not gonna say Letitia is wrong. I feel like Letitia does suspect things. But as a woman, if you look at it as a business, first of all, you don't control your man's package. First of all, I think Letitia is still a woman. She loves her husband. And I feel like Marceau did kind of settle for Letitia, but at the end of the day, he's starting to really respect Letitia, because she really 10 toes down for him. And I feel like he eventually is seeing, like, at the end of the day, he's still coming home. You know what I'm saying? And now he got exposed to where I feel like he moving different, to where he probably ain't cheated in for a while now, because of the fact that he been exposed. But do I think that Marceau cheated on Letitia? Yes. Do I feel like it meant anything? No. And as you see, it didn't mean nothing because obviously didn't end up with this woman. He just fed her a bunch of truths and lies, and he slid. And that's what some men do. And a lot of times women accept like, oh, they cheating, they must be in love with these women. A lot of times that's be their toy. These women be they toys. Men will say up and down, I'm not fit to get no vibrator. I'm not fit to get no sleeve. These women be these men's toys. So to be honest, you really can't be mad. It's disgusting. It's kind of sad. It's definitely sad. But a lot of times these men don't be caring. Because as you see, it lasted a whole year. Martel and Arrione situation lasted over a year. At that time when I spoke on them, they were back and forth for like 4 or 5 years. Now it's been 10. Is what they said. So it's like it's two different scenarios. Okay? Because if you are with a man and he's with a woman and he cheated like once or twice, because she said her and Marceau, the woman on the right, her and Marceau only had interactions 5 times out of a whole year period, which is kind of a lot, but not really. I mean, it's kind of a lot, because that's just one person. And she also was saying how Marceau would act funny towards her. He would try to fly her out one minute, the next minute he wouldn't want to pay for none of her stuff there. So it wasn't like all roses, and he didn't like put her up. With the situation with Marceau, it's been years, and it was consistent to where even the wife knew about it, and it was still going on. Like, it was giving sister wife at that point. And I'm sure Melly wouldn't have agreed to that, but it was definitely giving that. And she was taking trips. He was buying her, taking care of her allegedly. So it was just a different dynamic. And no, I'm not really type person who want a poly, but I'm just saying, if I ever was put in a situation where my man was in love with 2 people, it's basically giving sister wife, regardless if I wanted it or not. As long as they take care of home, I'm not gonna really leave him. And what I don't know ain't gonna really hurt me. I ain't gonna really go looking for something, But I would hope and pray that he would get it in his mind that he wouldn't try to have me. Just why, because eventually I probably would leave. I ain't gonna cap. It just depends on how wealthy he is. Can he take care of home? I ain't gonna cap. But do I want that? I'm gonna say no. But when you look at relationships, it's like you can't look at somebody like you're their property. They're your property. You might want it to be that way, but at the same time, it wasn't like Marceau was. He even said himself. She even said that Marceau, when he was in Vegas, he wasn't really fooling with a lot of people. So he was fooling with 2 predominant women. Really, it was like this woman, Arrione, ended up having a baby with her, and maybe having another one soon. I don't know. And then they're still talking years later, and allegedly he started getting serious. So it wasn't like he was out and around with several women's. With the Marceau situation, Martel was saying it's been 20 plus women. So that's the disgusting part, that you could be, married for years and years and you have multiple. Because at the end of the day, you're using these women like toys, but at the same time, you're putting your family in jeopardy, in harm's way. So, now I'm saying that it's right. I hate that it had to happen to Melody, because at the end of the day, I feel like Marceau did really have feelings for Melody at one point. And the fact that he wanted to stay in the situation to have Arrione on the side, he really wanted like a sister wife or a polygamous situation. And to be honest, that's how it used to be back in the day. These women would come together, I'm talking about like Jesus time, so that's probably not now, of course. But then you could increase your income. But opposed to them being in separate houses and he's still going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. But people look at relationships as ownerships, and it's not enough men and women to go around. I'm just being for real. So, and it's just a weird dynamic. Like, if to be honest, I'll do that for another day. But do I believe that Marceau, these allegations? Yes, I do. I mean, A lot of people are saying, Cab, y'all look super, y'all look dumb, y'all don't have no receipts. Baby, I do feel like Letitia know, and I feel like Letitia is not. I feel like Letitia's mature. She calls Letitia stupid. To be honest, I feel like Letitia is smart. She doesn't have to work. She chooses to work. Marceau did not want her to work. She knows she can leave anytime she wants to because now she's working. She also knows she has built something with her husband. She also knows this man is kind of providing for her a lifestyle that she kind of wants. At one point, he was helping take care of her mother. So at the same time, it wasn't like she was getting nothing from it. A lot of times, these women do stuff with these men, like the woman on the side over here, and they get nothing. Arrione got something. She got a car. She got a baby. She was getting taken care of. She was getting taken on trips. She was getting dated. So when a person is giving you something, it's a give and take. You have to look at the risk of losing that person, because to be honest, what you don't understand, yeah, true enough, you could be peace of mind being without a relationship, but a lot of times it's gonna take you 5-10 years to find somebody who even live up to what you got provided at home. So it's just like you gotta look and see. Now if Letitia, because they said allegedly Letitia, not on this channel, but somebody else said on another channel, Letitia may have stepped out, and I feel like maybe she have too, got her lick back. But at the same time, you're not gonna move on if you ain't got nothing else to move on to. Or if you move on, you're gonna move on to being single. You know, for years and years and however long. She got 3-4 kids. You know, a certain person ain't gonna be wanting to just up and take on the responsibility. They may care about that person. They may see you from a distance, but to get really involved, the person really gotta like be serious with you. And a lot of times you're not gonna find nobody that's serious years for like maybe 10 years. So do you want to wait 10 years being single, getting your life together? Yeah, you can do that, but at the same time, do you be in a relationship situation and benefit from it while you maybe find that person? Because at the same time, you may not find that person. You know what I'm saying? And no, I don't think it's right to be cheated on, but what I'm saying is they just be open to the fact that sometimes it can happen. And at the end of the day, look at it at that point. If you get cheated on, look at it as a business. I'm getting from the situation, because to be honest, if you haven't seen the blogs, if you haven't seen the Instagram posts, a lot of men will marry you and don't like you. A lot of men will marry you just because they want to get their fix and want the benefits that come from it, not having real feelings for you. So if you, and sometimes a women will do the same. I've done the same. Just got married because I was wanting to be married, and it wasn't that serious to me. Like, I mean, I cared for the person, but I really didn't care, if that makes sense. They wanted to, if I wanted to leave them, I would leave, you know? So I feel like Letitia got into it wanting to stick it out. So she's willing to do more things to make it work. And yeah, she probably talked to Melody and said this and that because that's what they were trying to get her to do on the show. But at the end of the day, she probably was deep down was saying, don't leave if he's taking care of home. Because at the end of the day, she doing the same thing, allegedly. Even Tisha's mama is speaking out and is like, this is lies. And for the longest, you know, she didn't even stand Marceau. So she already know her daughter's good. Because why you defending a man that you was so long not even giving a chance to? You was years. She wasn't even giving Marceau a chance. Now, she's saying these lies, this and that, and this and that. I don't know if it's because of defending her daughter, but it's also giving me like, her daughter must be doing pretty nice for her to want him to stick it out now. But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. That's just my opinion. Definitely go check out the whole thing. It's like 40 minutes long. It's definitely worth watching. I did enjoy it. Some information I was like, God dang. But at the same time, it was tea spilled. And I enjoyed it. I think they did a good job. And I'm glad that despite all the hate that they've gotten, they've not let that deter the fact that they are in love with each other. They have love for each other. They are building on their family. It's been speculation that they're married. I don't know if they're not or whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I would say kudos to them. But at the end of the day, I feel like you could be with somebody and not even be married. Because when you get married, that's where it gets grimy. You know? And so I feel like you could just commit yourself to a person just overall. And you don't have to necessarily be married. But everybody can be like, oh, married, married, married. People get cheated on, married all the time. People get divorced, married all the time. People look at marriage like, oh, that's you claim the prize. Yeah, if that's the feeling you want, but you could be committed to a person and not have to bring the law into it to where it really does become like a business. But anyway, let me know how you think about it down below, and I'm out this piece. But before we go, let's just hear one more piece and let's see what I talk about.
Vegas. What you do in Vegas? Did you?
I gambled.
And what else, Martel?
I went to the club.
You okay?
He went to the club with us.
Yeah.
Were you with
And
any
we
women in
went up to
Vegas?
the room, but he went
A
to
woman,
gamble.
That woman on the side was really defending him, and I think that's what was sending red flags to Ariane, because the boys, he was there, and the girl was saying Marcel went in the room. The boys was in the room with her, and she was like, "Oh, this must gonna be a part two, because I don't believe I did." But anyway, Ariane, that was what 10 12 years ago. Like, why you care? But I guess because she said he was talking to her at that time. But why bring up old sores? Like, what's the purpose of that? And especially on national TV, it's like you can't. First of all, I'm just gonna say this right now: you cannot sustain a relationship trying to find blisters, sores. If that's what you're trying to find, then baby, just end a relationship right now. Because at the end of the day, at this moment, he on the show with you. He doing a show with you. She said the man over and over didn't do nothing. So if you thinking he is doing something, then baby, why you with him? Period. Okay. Now, they said he was gambling the whole time. I don't really see Martel hitting a woman back to back after somebody else done hit him. It don't really give me that. But I do feel like he was just there, like, because they wanted a guy's trip. And if it just would have been him and Marcel, it would have been like more weirder if Martel hadn't been part of the alibi. If he was like, that we was with Martel, we was with all more than one married man all together, not just brothers, it's more feasible like nothing happened. So Martel was like, I was gambling. I feel like he really was. He was just there trying to help the Scots and they alibi, and it end up now Marceau is like, I don't fool with you, I don't fudge with you. But at the same time, he was part of the reason why he was able to go so long with his wife not knowing what was going on. Now he don't want no parts of Marceau, which is kind of Martel, which is kind of crazy, and it's so crazy that they names sound alike, but Marceau, Martel. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like it's kind of weird that Marceau want to out Martel want to out Marceau now, but at the same time, it's also like I feel like Martel really valued the Scots relationship friendship at one time, and then to be discarded and not being backed up and put on Front Street. And one part of the reason, like the speculation that was talking about Arrione when it happened, so he felt betrayed, and that's how it is sometimes. You can just be loyal to a person, loyal to people, and sometimes it just don't work out that they that loyal to you. And I feel like Marceau really didn't do nothing. He was just there for an alibi, and so she's trying to ask him over and over too many times. But girl, what you looking for? If you looking for a way out, baby, just go. Because at the end of the day, you already asking the man the same question. Goddamn. Y'all been together for 10 years. Are you going to be together or not? Otherwise, shut up. Okay? That's from an older woman. No, we probably about the same age. No, I think she's in her 30s or something. Marceau is a little older than her. I don't know.
It's not about me.
Shit, y'all. Part 2.
I'm really trying to tell you. I really remember. We all went to the club, all 3 of us.
Okay.
But after the fact, when we decided to go to the room, Martel disappeared. He has our room, our situation.
Yeah.
I really do believe he went back down. Keep in mind, we was in Caesar Palace. I'm not sure if you know, but Caesar Palace had a whole casino downstairs. He went to go gamble while we was like turned. So
that's me. Very chill.
no, like he was there when I needed him to be there. But when it was time to like turn up, he mind his own business. Like he was
Okay, so that's that. Y'all go check it out. Let me know how y'all feel. And have a good one. Happy New Year. And this New Year, I would say this. It's not even about your goals. It's about being the best version of yourself that you can be. Leveling up. Every year is a level up experience. Find out the things that you don't like, that you want to improve on. And if you don't end up doing them, I would just say focus on one thing, whether it's like, oh, your health. Oh, because sometimes you start focusing on a whole bunch of things you want to change and you get bombarded. Just focus on one thing at a time. And then, or maybe, okay, this month I'm gonna focus on that. This few months I'm gonna focus on this. So don't stress about trying to do everything at once. It can happen in a slow process. So I believe more so. I believe more so than do nothing. Cause to be honest, I feel like that was just nasty. Yeah. And basically they was saying that he was being faithful to Ariane and Melody. And the woman even said that. I mean, I guess I'll keep going because she really trying to defend more, so I feel bad for him.
not there to entertain nothing we had going on.
Mhm.
But he did put Marcel on his place a couple times. As far as him not looking out for me.
Martel is a ladies' man. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like anytime I had to come out my pocket, Marcel was like, "What the fuck?" Like, it just didn't make sense. He like, you got kill men with corn and sheepish shit
Yeah.
that wanna get what he can out.
Okay, y'all. Signing off. Be good. Stay litty.